and I'm kind of excited for all of this. This mock draft with trade ideas. Cooper Flagg, again, Jalen Johnson, that might seem offensive as a comparison, but Jalen Johnson's great. Legit all-star upside if he is healthy. Kevin Garnett, that goes without being said how great that would be. Wait, the team fit. The Luka Doncic trade obviously left Dallas without a long-term centerpiece, and Flagg is a perfect fit to fill that void. More immediately, his play finishing will shine alongside Kyrie Irving once Irving returns from his March ACL tear. The Mavs defense will be all kind of disruptive with Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively. Woo! Woo! There was also an ESPN mock draft today where one of the things was like, yeah, the question amongst execs is whether or not Cooper Flagg will just kind of be an all-star or one of the best players in the league. So that's his floor. Just like, yeah, could he be an all-star or like one of the best in the entire NBA? Here it is. Jonathan Giovanni for ESPN. Just great stuff. Scouts' only question is whether Flagg projects as merely an NBA all-star or if, as some scouts suggest, he can become one of the league's most impactful players on both ends of the floor. Spurs take Dylan Harper, who I think is going to be incredible. Pro comp, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson. Trade idea. Here we go. Let's look at this. Spurs get Jaylen Brown. The Celtics get the number 2 pick, number 14 pick, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, and a 2030 first-round pick. That seems like a terrible deal for the Spurs, huh? Doesn't that seem like a horrific idea? A horrific trade? Number 2, number 14, and a future first. I mean, all of the players, I'm fine trading. I'm fine trading Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and Jeremy Sohan, honestly. But the number 2 pick, I'm only trading this pick for Giannis if I'm the Spurs. That's it. I mean, obviously, if like Jokic or something were available, but that's it. Realistic trade targets. Ace Bailey, 3rd overall. Pro comp, Brandon Miller, Michael Porter Jr., Rashard Lewis. So one of the things about Ace Bailey, I think he's going to be good. I think I have started looking at some of these guys, obviously not diving too deep, just watching, probably about 20 to 30 hours of film on each guy. Not diving like too deep into it. I think he's going to be pretty good. And I like the defensive upside for him that sort of makes me feel a little bit safer. Trade idea. Interesting they had this because I was just thinking about something like this morning. The Sixers get KD and the Suns get the number 3 pick, Paul George, and a future first. This is something I think could happen. Now, if you're let's kind of walk through it. If you're the Sixers, why would you do this trade? Maybe you're not in like love with a guy number 3 overall, and you look at your team like, well, we have Maxey, we have Jared McCain, like we have young guys that we kind of feel good as like the centerpieces of our franchise moving forward. These young players. This Paul George contract is immediately one of the worst in all of basketball. We can get off of it and in return get KD. And now our team is, in theory, Embiid, which let's just lower our expectations for him. But even then, a lowered expectations Embiid, Maxey, McCain, KD. Like that's a good team in a conference that might be fucking bad next year. And if you're the Suns, you get a top 3 pick that can just sort of jumpstart a future retooling, a future pick as well. And yeah, I got to absorb this shitty Paul George contract. And in this scenario, I'm now strapped with Bradley Beal and Paul George. but at least I have the number 3 overall pick. Yes, I have Paul George and Bradley Beal on my team. Paul George and the Suns deserve each other. They do kind of deserve each other. Ace Bailey has the most bust potential. He definitely has bust potential. Is there a trade for every team? Oh, that'd be fun if there's a trade for every pick. VJ Edgecombe to the Hornets. So I've seen mocks where VJ Edgecombe goes to the Sixers, kind of this more play finisher, defensive guy that fits a team like Philly a little bit more. I like Ace Bailey's fit with the Sixers. And then the thing is like, I would hate for Ace Bailey to go to the Hornets. Like, does that not seem like that would be a horrible destination for him? At least if Ace Bailey ends up on the Sixers, it's like, we need you to shoot. We need you to every now and then attack mismatches and closeouts. We're not asking much out of you, and defend. Like, we'll work on all that other stuff. But for the time being, let's hone in on making you just a good, solid NBA player. And then we can sort of tap into some of the stuff that gives you upside as a more elite NBA player. Who's up edging till they comb? Me. Andrew Wiggins, Oladipo, Amon Shumpert comparisons. The Oladipo comparisons feel pretty spot on. Trey Johnson. So this guy's getting some pretty big buzz. Pro comp, Tyler Hero. Nasty score. Landing on the Jazz, who need the Jazz I think just need anything really. Is there any more trade ideas? Okay, there are more trade ideas. Whoa, what the fuck is this Pelicans trade? All right, hold on. Jeremiah Fears to the Wizards. DeJounte Murray comp. Again, the Wizards are just kind of like, yeah, you've got young guys, but just draft who you think is the best player. Wizards need Queen. I don't think the Wizards need anyone. They just, whoever they feel is the best prospect, they should draft. Fears brings plenty of creativity and confidence, both of which could mold him into becoming a high-end lead guard with time. That's what the Wizards are in search of. Forever. All right, I got to get better pronouncing this guy's name. Pelicans take Kaman Maluk. Is it Maluk? Maluak. Some people are stupidly high on this guy. Peace out, Philip. Pro comp, Derek Lively. Some people are stupidly high on him. Maluak. Trade idea. Pelicans get Kevin Durant. Why would KD sign off on that? Kevin Durant for the 7th overall pick, CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, Jordan Hawkins, and a future first. Oh, 2 future firsts. Why am I doing that if I'm the Pelicans? KD on the Pels is insane. Yeah, what am I? First and foremost, if I'm Kevin Durant, why am I going to the Pelicans? So you're trading away CJ McCollum. All right, so I'm trying to think. You're trading away CJ, Kelly Olynyk, whatever, Jordan Hawkins, whatever. CJ, honestly, whatever. So our teams now, our starting 5 would be what? DeJounte. You could, I guess, go DeJounte, Murphy, Herb, KD. I'm not seeing the vision there. I don't know if I'm seeing the vision. If you're the Suns and you're trading Kevin Durant, you get the 7th overall pick, a future first, a first-round swap with the Bucks that could be incredibly valuable. McCollum, whatever, Kelly O and Hawkins. We could do way worse than that. Colin Knippel to the Nets. Cam Johnson, Kevin Huerter, Corey Kispert, Sadiq Bey, pro comps. Yeah, I think he's just going to be solid as fuck NBA player, it seems like. I'm really just kind of looking for the trades because the trades are fun. Oh, here we go. Rockets, 10th overall. Trade idea. Sorry, I'm not giving up on Kelly Olynyk for an aging KD. Yeah. I agree with you there. Like Kelly Olynyk is such a glue guy, and I don't think people understand when you take glue out the equation, things fall apart. So I don't know about that. Here we go. Giannis and Pat Connaughton for the 10th overall pick. Al P, Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, Jock Landale, and 2 future picks. A 28 first rounder from the Rockets, 27 from the Suns. Yeah, I mean, that's a haul. If you're the Bucks, that's pretty fucking good. You think you need more for him? 10th overall pick. Maybe it really depends on how you feel about Reed Shepherd and Cam Whitmore. If the Bucks are like, we don't like those guys. But that's not half bad. I'm going to need at least 10,000. I'm taking KD over Kelly every day of the week. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I'm not going to argue with you. Like, if you were to say, I'd rather have Kevin Durant than Kelly Olynyk, like, I'm not going to argue with you on that front. It's one of those things with me where it's so close in my mind. To each their own. But me personally, like, I get holding steady there. I missed the Kelly Stan chatter. Yeah, where's he been? Reed and Whitmore being second and third best players for a Giannis trade is so underwhelming. We just didn't see much of Reed Shepherd. Maybe the Bucks are like, we really like Reed Shepherd. We believe in him. So we're okay with that. Alperen Şengün could be a great player. Like this, in this scenario, I think you're like still kind of competitive. It's not the worst. Oh, here we go. Kasparas Jaconius. I'll get there with these players, I promise you. Trade idea. The Blazers, 11th overall. The Blazers get Cam Johnson for the 11th overall pick, Robert Williams, and a 2030 pick swap. That feels maybe a little rich. Do we have to do the pick swap is what I would ask. Do we have to do the 2030 pick swap? However, Jay is like a Y in his name. Kasparas Jaconius. I kind of like the idea of the Blazers being aggressive. I think they could be aggressive. They did it last year for Avdia. Do they go out and get like a Cam Johnson? Yaka Comis? Okay. So Cam Johnson gives him shooting, gives him size. With Avdia's resurgence, maybe you look at this and you say, with Avdia turning into the player that he's turned into, and with Tumani Kamara blossoming into a player he's turned into, Trueness. Okay, all right. Well, I'll figure it out. Yaku Chonis, is that how I pronounce it? Do we need to make a play for a guy like Cam Johnson? You still have Jeremy Grant. That's true. I wouldn't hate this, though, for them. I'm liking the trades. Oh, here we go. Oh, I like this. This is just a trade up in the draft. The Bulls here at number 12. Colin Murray Boyles. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this guy, I have to say. Trade idea. The Hawks get the 6th overall pick. And the Wizards get the 13th. Wait, what? Okay, this was supposed to be down here. The Hawks get the 6th overall pick, and the Wizards get number 13 and number 22. I mean, that would just depend on Wizards can't trade down? Why is that? They need upside? Yeah, but I can maybe get it if you're looking at it and you're saying, we don't see that big of a difference between 6 and 13. We don't see that big of a difference. Would you trade Gaff for a top 15 pick? Yeah, absolutely. Magic at 16. Jace Richardson, who, by the way, I'm out on. So small. But here's a trade idea. The Magic get Anthony Simons, and the Blazers get the 16th overall pick, Jonathan Isaac and Cole Anthony. That feels a little rich. I remember before the trade deadline, I think a lot of the Anthony Simons talk was like, it might just take seconds to get Anthony Simons. You're at $25 million. $27 million next season on an expiring. I'm not sure his value is like super high. I think if I'm the Blazers, I'm saying yes to this in a heartbeat, by the way. This is an easy yes if I'm Portland. An easy yes. Are we done with the trades? Oh, here we go. The Magic at 25. Orlando gets Cam Whitmore, and the Rockets get number 25 and Jet Howard. Huh. The Rockets just pull the plug on the Cam Whitmore experience. Just sort of reset that a little bit. Cam's going into year 3. This is a sicko trade right here. If you're done with Cam Whitmore, it's not that bad. Magic just kind of take a swing on a scoring guy. I'm kind of feeding for trades. Is there any more mock trades out there? Now, if we have mock trades in the second round, that's when you really get to sicko territory. Why would the Magic be done with Jet? I mean, he hasn't looked that great. Gafford to the Lakers. Should we end each stream from here on out cooking up some trades?